Yesterday, Harry got on the floor and said, "Oh, you Democrats thinking of filibustering this FISA bill," as Chris Dodd did earlier. If you remember, when he was running for president at the end of the year, they were about to go on Christmas break. Chris Dodd said, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and filibuster this FISA bill because it's wrong. It allows people to break the law with impunity." Not going to happen. Not on my watch. Great. God bless. Love it. And he won because they were under time pressures. And Harry succumbed. So Harry comes out to, yesterday and goes, "You Democrats, if you want to filibuster this bill again, you'll have to do it open in the Senate, and you're going to ruin all of our vacations. The Republicans are going on a retreat. You'll ruin that retreat." Whoop-de-frickin-do! Like I give a rat's ass about the stupid Republican retreat. And then he warns, and in 10 days, we're going on a retreat, and you'll be ruining that too. Boo frickin' who? Are you a senator? What the hell are you doing? And then he says, and some of us are planning on going to Davos. Davos is the one in Switzerland where all the rich folks get together and the powerful folks get together, and they have hors d'oeuvres, and they sip tea and cognac together and have a lovely time. Like, we've got Richard Bennett, Republican of Utah, is almost on a plane to go to Davos now. Are you going to filibuster and make him stay here? Would you dare do that? As if this is going to shame Dodd and Feingold and the others from not participating in a filibuster. I hope to God it doesn't work. And he gets up there and he says, if you're going to filibuster this thing, I'm not going to let you get away with it. I'm going to make you pull an all-nighter and actually get out there with a phone book and read the damn thing and do an actual filibuster. Harry sellout traitor Reid. That's what we've been asking you to do on every single issue the Republicans have been filibustering. But you wouldn't do it when it was the Republicans. You didn't do it on Iraq. You didn't do it on any of the spending. You didn't do it on You didn't do it on any of it. You didn't do it on any of it when it came to the Republicans. But now when it's a Democrat doing a filibuster, Harry, I love to work with Republican Mitch McConnell and Dick Cheney and George Bush to make sure they get the exact FISA bill they want, the one that sells out our rights and the one that allows their law-breaking to go forward. Now this Harry Reid tells the Democrats, if you dare do a filibuster, I'm going to actually force you to do it out in the open. Not like what I do with my Republican friends. I let them do these secret filibusters, and then I go along with their talking points. I go on CNN and say, oh, yeah, you need 60 votes. Well, what happened to you need 60 votes? Now, all of a sudden, you need to do a filibuster, right? Why? Why do you vote and support the Republicans so much? How did the Republicans get every single thing they wanted with the most unpopular president of our lifetimes for 7 years? Because the Democrats didn't fight. And who is their leader who buckles at every turn, and who is the leader of the guys who don't want to fight and who want to give in to the Republicans? Why do we have the out-of-control deficit? Why do we have the economic problems that we have now? Why are we still in Iraq? It's all because of leaders like Harry Reid. There is no justification. There is no excuse. All he wants to do is run to Davos and hang out with his rich buddies and go to his retreat. And he doesn't want to actually fight against George Bush as he gives our rights and liberties away and as he tramples upon the rule of law. Because Harry Reid's got to snuggle up with Mitch McConnell and Dick Cheney and run off to Davos. He is despicable. I got quotes from John McCain in 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now 2008. All saying, oh, just give us another 6 months. We're going to turn this Iraq thing around. We almost got to turn around. And I'm looking at that 2005 quote, and I'm thinking, Harry Reid, my God, man, how did you give him another 6 months and another 6 months and another 6 months and another 6 months and on and on and on? And because I was pissed because I thought he was on our side. But he's not on our side. He gave him all those 6 months. Man, Tom DeLay and all of the Republicans, Rick Santorum and all of them, you know how much time they gave Bush in Kosovo and in Somalia? 1 day. 1 day after the war began, they were like, oh, we got to get out. We got to get out. We got to go. This is ridiculous. They're killing the troops for no reason. We didn't lose a single troop in Kosovo. And they started bellyaching on day one. Harry Reid sits around for 5 long years and won't complain at all about the Iraq. Well, I mean, no, he does the press statements. I should be fair. He loves the press releases and the press conferences where he yaps. When it comes down to the votes, he never puts his foot down. Never makes the Republicans filibuster. Goes along with it all the way. And if any Democrat ever dare to challenge this administration, Vichy Harry Reid, that's when he saves up his wrath for them. We are collaborators. How dare you disagree with the Republicans? You must collaborate with us, otherwise we'll look silly. And he went along. That's what they're going to do. They're going to make Dodd and Feingold and all those guys filibuster. I hope to God that Dodd and Feingold and the rest of them are up to the challenge and that they actually do it. If they back down, it would be tremendously disappointing. Speaking of disappointing, Pat Leahy's with Harry Reid. They get up there in a song and dance. Mitch McConnell, the Republican leader, Harry Reid, the majority leader, and Pat Leahy, the guy who's supposed to be standing up for us in the Judiciary Committee, and they high-five each other. Oh, well, we won't be able to go to Davos, will we? No, we won't. Oh, okay. Oh, Dodd and Feingold, very bad for fighting Bush. Very bad, very bad. Pat Leahy, turns out you're useless, too. God damn, man. Somebody help us. Somebody give us a leader. Wait a minute. Aren't there two people running for president who are Democrats who are in the Senate? Well, we ought to look into that. See what they do. Right now, they theoretically say that they're going to support the filibuster. First of all, I thought you were leaders. Why don't you lead the filibuster? Second of all, let's see what happens. My guess is they're going to be busy campaigning and not going to be able to make it out there to help out on the filibuster. But we're going to see what happens. Tune in tomorrow. Young Turks.